Alright, hello everybody, this is Demon, coming back for another round of Mass Effect 1 in Legendary Edition. Yeah, look at that, Mako's upside down, Conduit's still active, somehow nobody ever noticed that was there. And the Avina, or Ivana, whatever her name is screaming about dangers. Danger, danger. I wonder, I bet I can pog this. That one bastard got some air. Oh god, there's another one. Clever bitch. I at least ran over those two Geth.
The Presidium is experiencing severe system malfunctions across the entire level. All non-emergency
Give me a rundown of the damage.
We have lost all primary power to the level. Environmental controls are not responding. Class 3 fires are burning. I am also detecting numerous unauthorized synthetic life forms throughout the station. They are believed to be...
Where's Saren?
Former Spectre agent Saren... A warrant has been issued for his arrest. Though Citadel security...
What about Captain Anderson and Ambassador Udina?
I have no information on the status of specific individuals.
What happened to the Council?
In accordance with standard emergency procedures, the Council has been evacuated to the Destiny Ascension.
Come on. We need to stop Saren before it's too late.
Please begin emergency evacuation procedures.
Let's get out of here. Yeah, this ain't a drill. Let's do this. Who the hell shot back there? An idiot. Let's get her done. I wonder how long you get to stay in the elevator for. Or is it just cut the black? You shot one time and killed 2 enemies. I shot. Find out that's the reason why he wasn't able to... Wow, that audio just got cut off. What the hell? It says they're sealing the station.
Ships inside the arms.
Oh, he's a yeeting in this bitch. Alright. Well, it certainly makes things interesting.
Saren's locked the elevator. Suit up. We're going outside.
Oh my god, I remember this part. This part's gonna be fun. Let's get going. Let's move. Rex got a shotgun, Liara's got the pistol Elliot. Let's go. Actually, wait a minute, I just thought about this. Have we got any more upgrades? Not. We'll probably get one more upgrade before the end of this, so this will be fun. Your ass back. On. Down. Down. Another one. I enjoyed this game so much more when I don't have to worry about my goddamn shield running out. Oh, this is so nice. We're gonna switch sniper. That's Literally why. Do it. Liara, I need you to do throw. Oh, he's dead. Dead too. Keep her going, keep her going. Gone. Told you I'd get at least one more upgrade. Oh god, it's hard. Down. Make a push, make a push. Headshot, good. Alright. Just got that upgrade. Pistol is doing excellent at this point. I would vote for Commando. Advanced immunity reduces health damage by 85%. Does not reduce damage to shields. I feel like getting a sniper up some more, but advanced immunity would be great in emergency. Liara, go ahead and get your barrier going up. Rex, first get your throw going. Let's move. Yeah, I'm actually hoping the last episode I made is actually 30 minutes long. When I re-looked at it, I was like, I don't feel like this is a 30-minute. Good, throwing. Oh, he got yeeted. That was what the hell? That was the one thing I will say I miss not about having biotics. It's the fact I can't do them myself. Cause that was the most fun you have in this game. Just look at this. Whee! It's like I get to fly across the world. Whee! Alright, I know how to beat this part. Activate. Gotta move fast, baby, gotta move fast. Use the Omni Gel, I'm fine with using it right here. Keep pushing. For the record, you do not want to run underneath that bitch. It will get your ass. Yeah, the max you can get here is 3 different turrets it'll fire on this death ship. So if you can, try to get it done as fast as possible. I used to do this and I didn't realize there was another one you could do, so I always had like only one that I actually got to utilize. So it always screwed me a little bit. Because I would sit here forever fighting. I was just like, I wish I had more guns. Got ships down. Good, it's crashing. Excellent. Although I do remember one time killing the ship and then running through here and dying from it. That was fun. If you could throw him, I would love you for doing it. Okay, that Warlord's kind of broken. I'm just going to shoot him in the back. Wow. Alright, boy. AR is down. Wow. I got 1 headshot on him. Wow, 2 headshots, that's all it takes? Jeez Christ. Unity. Lower his health back. Rex, throw it. Bye, friend. Good luck in oblivion. Yeah, look, my buddy. He's so cool. Alright, there's a lot of turns in between me and where I gotta go. Let's get her done. Gone. Aren't dead. Shields aren't disabled. She gone. Headshotted. Turn down. down. Just gonna have to trust sniper in this situation. Another one down. I think that's the last one back there. Alright. Use Unity, revive Liara. Target down. I somehow missed that. Gone. Gone. Firing. He's gone. Alright, that thing's dead. I don't think there's no more turns in between us. Where we gotta go? Let's run. Can I not just climb over that? Or is there no vaulting in this? I actually don't remember. Turrets are dead, bitch. You got nothing on me. I'm running. No, I think that's it. We're good. Open the access hatch. Alright, we're in, baby. Kit, in case we need it. Target down. Target down. Target down. Oh, got that calf, bitch. You gotta die. Oh, champion. I think we got hit by fire.
I was afraid you wouldn't make it in time, Shepard.
In time for what?
The final confrontation. I think we both expected it would end like this. You've lost. You know that, don't you? In a few minutes, Sovereign will have full control of all the Citadel systems. The relay will open. The Reapers will return.
I've still got a few tricks up my sleeve.
You survived our encounter on Vermeer, but I've changed since then. Improved. Sovereign has upgraded me.
You let Sovereign implant you? Are you insane?
I suppose I should thank you, Shepard. After Vermeer, I couldn't stop thinking about what you said. About Sovereign manipulating me. About indoctrination. The doubts began to eat away at me. Sovereign sensed my hesitation. I was implanted to strengthen my resolve. Now my doubts are gone. I believe in Sovereign completely. I understand that the Reapers need organics. Join us, and Sovereign will find a place for you, too.
Sovereign's controlling you through your implants. Don't you see that?
The relationship is symbiotic. Organic and machine intertwined. A union of flesh and steel. The strengths of both, the weaknesses of neither. I am a vision of the future, Shepard. The evolution of all organic life. This is our destiny. Join Sovereign and experience a true rebirth.
Sovereign hasn't won yet. I can stop it from taking control of the station. Step aside and the invasion will never happen.
We can't stop it. Not forever. You saw the visions. You saw what happened to the Protheans. The Reapers are too powerful.
Some part of you must still realize this is wrong. You can fight this.
Maybe you're right. Maybe there is still a chance for... The implants. Sovereign is too strong. I'm sorry. It is too late for me.
It's not over yet. You can still redeem yourself.
Goodbye, Shepard. Thank you.
Damn. Huh. Nice shot. Can I see him down there? Wait a minute, what? Hey, wait a minute, I can't. Wait. No, that's not him. No, I don't see him down there. That's kind of stupid. Now let's continue.
Vigil's data file worked. I've got control of all systems.
Quick! Open the station's arms. Maybe the fleet can take Sovereign down before he regains control of the station.
See if you can open a communications channel.
The Destiny Ascension. Main drives offline. Kinetic barriers down 40%. The Council is on board. I repeat, the Council is on board.
Normandy to the Citadel. Normandy to the Citadel. Please tell me that's you, Commander.
I'm here, Joker.
We caught that distress call, Commander. I'm sitting here in the Honduras sector with the entire Arcturus fleet. We can save the Ascension. Just unlock the relays around the Citadel and we'll send the cavalry in.
You'd sacrifice human lives to save the Council? What have they ever done for your kind?
This is bigger than humanity. Sovereign is a threat to every organic species in the galaxy.
That's why you can't throw away reinforcements trying to save the Council. Hold them back until the Citadel arms open up and the human fleet can go after Sovereign.
What's the order, Commander? Come in now to save the Ascension, or hold back?
See, I always, when I originally played this, I always pick concentrate on Sovereign. My reasoning is this: it's better to keep reinforcements ready to fight Sovereign in a fight, because you don't know how powerful he is. But in terms of the grand scope of things, in terms of what humanity can do, it means more for humanity to do is save the Council, because it proves that it's willing to sacrifice and willing to do its part as a part of the galactic community, not just worrying about itself. So let's do it. Save the Council.
Opening the relays now, Joker. We need to save the Ascension, no matter what the cost.
I hope the Council appreciates this.
Cool.
Alliance ships, move in. Save the Destiny Ascension.
Commander, we're picking up reinforcements. It's the Alliance. Thank the goddess.
Yeah, bitch. Yeah.
Destiny Ascension, you are all clear. Repeat, you are all clear.
The Citadel's opening. All ships move in. Concentrate on Sovereign.
I'm not gonna lie. The fleet battles in this look in my mind, 10 times better than it did in the original. I don't know why. My mind just has it to where, like, the lighting, the atmosphere of these ships coming in, everything just looks so good. And I love it. And as I said, it kind of proves humanity. You protect your allies, and you kick the guy's ass. It's a win-win. Why'd you shoot him again? He's dead. I don't get the point in shooting him again. He already shot himself in the head.
He's dead.
I think we proved that point when he shot himself like that. We might be wrong on this. This transformation looks so much better now. Okay, damage shield, do it. Anybody else got something that can hurt him? Warp and tilt. Come on, Billy Badass, let's do it. I wonder how much better the sniper is in a fight. Oh yeah, it's rockin' world. I love that gun. Alright, throw him. This guy has no shield. Wait, you spawn enemies in here? Fuck this. Going all out with sniper. Got him. Why does that ship look like it just ran into it?
Sovereign's too strong. We have to pull back. Negative. This is our only chance. Take that monster down no matter what the cost.
Straight. Alright, I'm killing his friends real quick. Okay, Liara's dead. Rex is still going strong enough. Taking down all its buddies real quick. Take these guys down, then kill them. Gone. Wow, I just skipped it. Got now. Okay, the faster fire rate of the pistol does not outbeat the sneaker rate about now. Let's say blocked. What gun's he using? Rex, my boy. I want that shoddy. Rock his world. Assassination, baby. Shield boost real quick. Alright. He's dead. We got the win.
Shields are down. Now's our chance.
Hit it with everything we got.
Hard on my flank. We're going in.
Jesus, I never get over that. I like that's the only shot that Normandy ever takes in this entire game.
Go!
And it rocks the world. Oh. That sucks.
Captain Anderson, we found them. They're in here.
Take it easy. It's over. You're safe now. Where's the commander?
That's a smile of a person that just knows
Ambassador, Captain,
I did my job.
Commander Shepard. We have gathered here to recognize the enormous contributions of the Alliance forces in the war against Sovereign and the Geth.
Many humans lost their lives in the battle to save the Citadel. Brave and courageous soldiers who willingly gave their lives so that we, the Council, might live.
There is no greater sacrifice, and we share your grief over the tragic loss of so many noble men and women.
The Council also owes you a great personal debt, Commander, one we can never repay. You saved not just our lives, but the lives of billions from Sovereign and the Reapers.
Commander Shepard, your heroic and selfless actions serve as a symbol of everything humanity and the Alliance stand for.
And though we cannot bring back those valiant soldiers who gave their lives to save ours, we can honor their memories through our actions.
Humanity has shown it is ready to stand as a defender and protector of the galaxy. You have proved you are worthy to join our ranks and serve beside us on the Citadel Council.
Counselor, on behalf of humanity and the Alliance, we thank you for this prestigious honor and humbly accept.
We will need a list of potential candidates to fill humanity's seat on the Council.
Given all that has happened, I am sure your recommendation will carry a great deal of weight, Commander. Do you support any particular candidate?
We need someone with the courage to stand up for what he believes in. Someone like Captain Anderson.
Him? You must be joking. Anderson prefers to let his fists do the talking.
Only with you, Ambassador. Only with you.
Are you sure about this, Commander? The captain's a soldier, not a politician.
Alright, I'll be right back. We're gonna have a small jump cut at this point. Alright, everybody. Sorry for the jump cut, but let's continue.
We've already got too many politicians on the Citadel. The captain would be perfect for this job.
I think it's an inspired choice. The Council would welcome him with open arms, should he accept.
I'm honored, Counselor. As humanity's representative, I'll do everything in my power to help the Council rebuild.
Sovereign's defeat marks the beginning of a new era for both humanity and the Council.
Sovereign was only a vanguard. The Reaper fleet is still coming. Hundreds of ships, maybe thousands. And I'm gonna find some way to stop them.
Shepard's right. Humanity is ready to do its part. United with the rest of the Council, we have the strength to overcome any challenge. When the Reapers come, we must stand side by side. We must fight against them as one. And together, we will drive them back into dark space.
Such a fantastic game. Alrighty, and with that, unfortunately, we have reached the end. I'm primarily starting this up just because the volume might be a little bit loud on music. Yeah, that looks like it is the end. Excellent. Again, this is probably one of my more favorite Mass Effects, and games in general. Mass Effect 1 is a work of art. It is such a fantastic game. This is BioWare when it was still... Like, the easiest way I can describe this is, like, kind of like Bungie used to be with Halo, up to Halo, like, 3, like Halo 2 and Halo 3. I'd probably be more inclined in terms of... Actually, no, I can't even say that. This is probably a prime example of... It's probably like an area in between Halo 1 and Halo 2. And the reason why I give those descriptions a lot is because I love the Halo games. And this is like when a gaming developer is at some of their best, because they're fresh, they're younger, and they get the resources and the money to make a game that is perhaps one of the greatest things you can ever play. And that is something that I go and I will attest to until the end of times. Because this game kind of falls into the same category as Combat Evolved did, which is the main character kind of appears very robotic, very soldier-esque, and not very human. And I think that does hurt Mass Effect 1 in that way. Our Shepards in this game, no matter who you play as, does come off a little bit inhuman in the ways that they react to different people and communicate. But in the scenes that matter, the ones that have like the most story driven parts to it, is when the voice actor, I think, does their best, because that is when it matters the most. In little conversations, they're not very good at it, and I think it does hurt the game a little bit because of that. Because again, you're remembering this is a game that was made it was up to the levels of Xbox 360, and I can say this very well and speak very highly, but if there was any of the Mass Effects between 1, 2, and 3 out of this trilogy that needed a remaster, it was this one. Because if I remember correctly, I think you were stuck at 720p as being probably the best overall thing you could get on Mass Effect 1 for the original game. It really wasn't built for 1080p. That didn't happen until Mass Effect 2. So in terms of graphic or like resolution quality, it was a limitation on it, and it did hurt it. In terms of recording it, it wasn't that bad. The other thing I think I kind of like is the fact that and mind you, I've only done Mass Effect maybe a couple times on PC. I don't think I've ever finished 3 all the way through. I think I started 3 and then I quit. At least the old version of it, or the original game of it in and of itself. And in my personal opinion, this is definitely a bump up from Mass Effect 1, the original, and I would say if there was a reason to rebuy these games in the Legendary Edition, it would be for that. The graphical touches are much nicer. This game actually has hair color that actually looks good as hair color, doesn't look like junk. And that's one thing I will say definitely hurt the game originally, was the graphics. Especially at the lower resolutions, like everything doesn't look as crisp and clear. There are some limitations on the textures. They definitely are better than the original, but if you had to compare it to Mass Effect 3, it's probably a better upscale version of textures of Mass Effect 3. And people modded that to where you can basically do that for the original game. Especially if you have Nexus. Nexus, people have the editor and then the texture updates. I actually went on Nexus to sit there and see if there was anything unique in that factor, and you can definitely go on there and get new mods. One thing that I really wanted to sit there and see was like the people make texture mods. I know hair mods were like the big thing at one point for this game, but the game is still a bit of a complicated mess when it comes to mods. I noticed that they had to bring back the save editor, and if you have the save editor, you have to go in and manually change the files and rewrite certain things, which again I'm not a huge fan of, because I tried it before when on Xbox 360 for when I played Mass Effect 2 originally, and And it definitely has a way of looking nicer, but in the end, it's like, depending on what your characters look like, a lot of those mods really just hurt it more in the end. And in the end, I wasn't a big fan of it, so I kind of went back to the old ways and just kept everything at default, and I didn't mess with it at all. Because again, I had it for Xbox One. I could get in on my Xbox One and put a USB drive in the back and kind of manipulate the stuff, manipulate the textures in and of itself and stuff, and there was a minute things you could do. However, if there was one thing I wish they could have did, which was, and I'd have to replay it to double check, but I definitely noticed like lips and stuff didn't seem like they really synced well that much. The load-in times, I forget if the original had those like jumps where it jumps from scene to scene, like especially at the ending when we went from Anderson talking to having like my Shepard sitting there standing and just looking off with the space station behind him in the background. There was a second where it goes into a loading screen, then it goes to it. That's a bit of a turnoff because I get the fact that it has to load the scene for a second, but to me it just feels like a little bit immersion breaking. I wish they could have did a little bit more in terms of trying to get rid of some of the load screens, but I guess that's asking a little much. I will say this much though, it was enjoyable to go back to this game and replay it. My God, does this game look so much better now. Would I recommend getting Legendary Edition at this point? If you are a big Mass Effect nut, like I used to be with this trilogy, I've only played one so far, so I don't know how much I can recommend it. But again, if you bought these games before, you love these games, probably buying the Legendary Edition might be up in your alley. But only playing Mass Effect 1, I can't say how much better 2 is. The lighting, the textures, the atmosphere you get is much better compared to the original, or before the remake. Or this remake actually makes it, or the remaster makes it definitely look a lot better. So if that was one thing that definitely hurt the game in your eyes when you go back to play them, is that it feels dated. This definitely brings it up to par, and I definitely would say it is a good game. My only problem is again, the textures. In terms of a remaster, the fact of the matter is that, again, I seen my character playing a Shepard, and if I look on the back of his head in certain cutscenes, his hair disappears and you see his skull. I don't know what caused that, and it irritates the hell out of me that even exists. You don't see it in the character creation, but you get it in certain cutscenes. And in my opinion, this game they released this remaster, I think, what was it, back during the summer, if I remember, like last summer. And in my personal opinion, that shouldn't be in the game. I am sorry, but you are claiming this is a remake. You're adding things to the game. And if you can't make it look good, that's bad on your part. You're adding things to the game. You are adding it. You are the developers. You're the ones going that extra mile to make this game a little bit nicer, add a little bit more customizations, make our character feel more like to give us more of a connection to them. And I definitely think that hurts it. The same thing I also said when it comes to like the female characters in this game, when they give them access to that ponytail. I think that's why that ponytail looks so broken. Honestly, I could probably show it to you real quick while this is going. It literally looks like you have a freaking longboat on the back of your skull. I honestly am just going to show you guys. You guys are going to love to see this. And then I'm deleting this because I ain't going to keep this going. Alright, so we're going to enter a new ID, and we're going to do custom female. Keep her name, I don't care. Alright, we're just going to go into this and I'll show you what I mean.
Data corruption detected.
Overall, I mean, there's not really much you can say in terms of the game itself. I mean, again, this is Mass Effect 1. Fantastic game. I love it. Change appearance. Okay. So in terms of the textures definitely look better on this, but look at this. I'm going to show you something that really irritated me. I think it's this. Look at that. Look at the elongation of that stupid hairstyle. That is horrible. Like, these are fine. That's okay. Actually, that's not okay. Like, I kind of like the idea they added this new hairstyle into it for the female characters. I think this is the one I went for. But But this is what I'm talking about. Look at this hairstyle. Like, I just can't imagine it looking like how that was accepted. Like, this one's okay because, again, it's in a ponytail, but look at this. It looks like a freaking longboat. It's like they knew the textures to the back of the skull were like, they get like lengthened or something when you're doing this. It's so stupid.
Confirm facial. I'd confirm.
Like,
Confirm. Please log in.
I don't care.
Access your profile.
It literally looks like that to me. It looks like the skull gets elongated or something goes on with it for the character models, and I don't know what causes it. So I probably will be switching my character's hairstyle next round. I'll probably go back to one of the older ones, because I am assuming those ones don't have that issue like this one does. If it does, and I go into Mass Effect 2 and it's still there, I'm going to be salty son of a bitch. Again, I already rated Mass Effect 1, but in terms of a remake, or a remaster of it, I definitely would say it's still very good. I wish they could have, you know, kind of went in and got rid of some more of the tedious things. I wish there was a way they added it to where you can actually convert more things to Omnigel instead of having to go individually. Some people are going to be like, oh, well, Demon, that's in the game. Of course they couldn't change that. They don't want to change stuff like that. I'm like, I'm sorry, you guys manipulated some of the cutscenes in this game so it didn't appear as like you're not selling the sexual tendencies of certain characters. Like, when we go into Mass Effect 2, I'm assuming some of the cutscenes are going to change, but I don't notice it enough to care. At the same time, you kept the one scene in there, and thank God I didn't show it, because there was like 1 or 2 parts where I probably couldn't show it. So I'm glad I didn't. At the same time, as I said before, I feel like there's a lot of stuff they could have did a little bit better with this game, and I definitely feel like it definitely needed it more. The Omnigel thing's irritating. The Mako, I don't remember the Mako having the booster before, but I definitely do enjoy it. On the other hand, I might not have even tried to use it and it never worked. I don't remember. Definitely, I would say the weapon customizations are still pretty good. I like the fact that I can still sit there and get all those little add-ons and stuff and manipulate it. That was one thing I wish 2 and 3 could have kept, was those little... It made it more RPG-esque, and it made me enjoy the game more. I know in terms of the finances, it's really hard to get enough money in this game to be able to get to that end-game content in terms of firearms. And I know you can do a lot of side missions to try to make up some of that money. You sell a lot of your old equipment, but again, I'm kind of lazy on that fact. So, like, I had to do 2-3 playthroughs to get to that stage. One thing I will say that I did enjoy was the fact they took... I believe they took the old level up system, and they changed it to where you can do it in half the time, which makes doing 1 playthrough possible more, and compared to having to do 2 playthroughs to get to that stage. And I always said that hurt the game originally. You have to do 2 playthroughs sometimes to get to the desired area. Now, you can do it in 1, I think, in the original, but you're going to be suffering a little bit more in terms of squad upgrades, which I feel like is going to hurt you in fights. So I do welcome that. Again, the fact I can play this at 2K is amazing. I enjoy every second of it. I kept it at 60 FPS just to make things go well. Again, I turn off VSync, I turn off motion blur. I don't care about any of that stuff. You can turn HDR on if you want. Again, I don't have it on my monitor could do it, but I choose not to. Controls for the most part were really easy to get comfortable into again. At normal, it wasn't actually that bad to use it. The only thing I wish, and I could figure out why, is why my character does auto heals. I don't know if it's because I had that interface, medical interface, and it kind of chooses when to do it, but there are times where my character is healing and I'm not choosing to heal, and I feel like that isn't... I don't know what's causing that, and it does bug me somewhat. It kind of makes me wonder if this... determines which skills and talents squad members will use in combat. It makes me wonder if that's why that was getting used. I don't know, though. I can't guarantee it. But overall, I would say this was a very enjoyable playthrough again. I wish some of the character models looked a little bit better. Like, Anderson, to me, looks like he's in Mass Effect 2 or 3 already. More like Mass Effect 3 towards the end. Just the way his face looks. He looks like he's, like, all, like... He looks like he's been fighting for a while, and there's no telling... Like, he doesn't look like he, like, showered and got rid of all that grime off of him. The lips looked kind of broken on some of the human characters, or human-esque characters. I don't know what the hell that was about. Like, some of the lips look like they freaking jutted out like a foot out, and it just looks so weird to me. There was the audio glitch we found when we originally were dropping on Eden Prime. I have no idea what caused that. I didn't get that before, so that was really weird to me. So I wonder if that was from a post-update or something they did to the game. Again, I don't think they've done an update for this game for a bit, so I would assume BioWare is kind of not caring about it anymore. They kind of are like, we released it, we'll do some patches for a little bit, and who cares? But as I said, in terms of the Mass Effect trilogy, this is a really good game. It's a good game, and I would rate it a 7. Again, I base it off of several things. One, it's still the original Mass Effect 1, and it has its issues. My character feels too robotic, and in a role-playing game like this, that hurts it a little bit. There is some matter of choices, but it isn't as grandiose as they make it appear to be, and I feel like that hurts. So in my opinion, I would take off a point. In terms of it being a remaster, again, those little bug glitches and stuff that are probably really easy fixes, texture glitches, they didn't bother to take out. And in my opinion, that's sloppiness on their part. And again, I'd probably take a point off because, again, that takes away some of the things. Like, those are bugs and glitches that shouldn't exist in this game. If you're adding something to the game, it shouldn't look broken, it shouldn't look off. The long boats of the hairstyles of people getting elongated skulls, another thing I'm not a big fan of. Like, I don't know if people actually have a freaking... They look like a freaking box-shaped head because they have their freaking ponytail back. Like, I've never seen anybody's hair ever look like that, in my opinion. It looks so unnatural. Again, the speeches where people's lips do that, again, that hurts it too, in my opinion. But other than that, I mean, the atmosphere of the maps look great. And again, the other reason why I would take a point off is the story is good in and of itself. But there are some things I wish we could get more clearly done. And again, it feels like a rushed main story. It doesn't feel like the main story is designed to last as long as I wish it would. And I feel like that hurts it as well. Again, this is probably the fastest Mass Effect you can play and get through rather easily without any issues. And as I said, to me, that hurts it a little bit. Again, I don't know how many episodes I'm getting out of this one, but in my personal opinion, Mass Effect 2 and 3 have a lot more story in it. There's a lot more character building. There's a lot more connection with your crew. And this one, in my opinion, has the weakest of them all, because there's not really a lot you can do in terms of the other characters. Like, you can interact with Rex, you can interact with Garrus. Those two have, like, side missions you can do. Even Tali has a side one you can do, but it's not really clarified about it that much, which I find to be kind of weird. The only other one that, like, and then Kaidan and Ash don't have anything else extra you can do with them. Liara doesn't really after that. She does have a couple unique parts where she communicates, like when you fight Benezia and when you talk to Vigil. That, like, I think in my personal opinion, when you get to Vermeer, the story picks so much better. And that is where it starts peaking at. And that's when it really starts to become a very interesting game. And that's why I would sit there and say, if you are going to play it, like, my playthrough used to be like, I'd do Pharos, then Liara's mission, then go to Vermeer. At one point I used to do Novaria, Pharos, then go get the, do Vermeer, then get Liara at the end. Personally, what I recommend is go get Liara first, so you have that extra crew member who has the dialogue choices. Go to Pharos, get the Cipher, then go to Vermeer to get the Cipher cleared out, then go to Novaria for last. Because I think Novaria, in my opinion, is, between all the other 4 primary missions you can do, it is probably the most difficult. And the only reason I say that is because the Rachni can be a bit of a pain in the ass to fight. And to top it all off, there is the end fight with Benezia, which the Biotics can kind of kick your ass if you're not careful. Again, it's not that hard not to do it. It's just sometimes you would end up like me, which is you get hit by one of her abilities, you fly up in the air, and you fall outside the map, you die instant, you gotta reset, which sucks. And again, that's personal problems, but again, I find that to be very hurtful for the game, because if you get to that point and that's how you die, you're going to be kind of pissy. And then if you didn't save up to that point, you have to redo everything again. And I was not a fan of that. But again, I think it's a strong 7. Most people probably won't like it, but again, that's my personal opinion, and I do enjoy it a lot. It's a strong 7. Again, you have to rate it from 1 to 10. 5 is an average game, 6 is above average. A good game is a 7. And the sounds sound good for the most part. As I said, the space fights seem a lot nicer because it gives you that atmospheric feel of like an actual space battle. Like when Sovereign comes crashing through the Turian ships to get to the Citadel, that looks so much nicer. The cutscenes for that look so much better than what it used to be. Because it doesn't feel off, and it makes me wonder how much better Mass Effect 2 at the end scenes will look like, and how Mass Effect 3 is going to look like. Because those are the two I love the most, because that's when like BioWare was able to jump up that texture looks, the atmospheric like textures and everything, and it made the game, like especially 3 looks so much better than 2, like in certain fights, and that's what I love about it. So it makes me really excited to go play them. The only thing I will say is I wish we could have, I wish they could have, I don't know, maybe refined some of the side missions. Again, I hate the fact when I'm going to Ilos, I immediately have like Admiral Hacker go to this place and stop these evil pirates from taking the ship. I'm just like, why are you sending me this now? I'm going to Ilos. And you couldn't get out of that cutscene to not go to Ilos. Like, you're not going to do Ilos. At that point, there's no point in doing anything else. And as I said, I mean, this game's still good. Good is good, and I enjoy this game. I'm going to keep it at that. I actually don't remember what I originally rated it on the original one that I did, because I did an original playthrough and actually played Mass Effect 1. But again, my personal opinion is if this is going to be a remaster and you're going to refine a lot of stuff and make things a lot easier, do a little bit more. Like I said, the Omni Gel thing, I wish I could just like shift click and just pick, and then hit Omni Gel and just get rid of most of the guns. Instead, I have to click to each individual one. That would have been something nice if they would have added it to where it just make it easier. But overall, it was still a very enjoyable game, and in terms of Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3, I recommend already getting this. But when we get into Mass Effect 2, I cannot imagine how much better that game looks. 2 was the game I couldn't get into at first. I only played it a little bit, and then I got bored of it. But like right now, like 2 became my favorite, and 3 is very close behind. The only problem with 3 is its end stories. That's where it hurts itself. Otherwise, it's a very enjoyable game. I feel like Mass Effect 1 could have did... I think BioWare could have got a much higher... Like, they could have got an 8 or a 9 from me if they would have got more in-depth with the lore of the game. And that would go even back to when they originally made the game. If this game's lore was like more in depth, like 2 gets into, oh my god, this would be an 8 or a 9 almost instantly for me, no matter what the bugs and glitches do. But there's just so much extra package you're carrying with this, and in terms of making a remaster, you have to make the remaster feel better than what it is. And it definitely does have improvements in terms of stability. The engine feels like it's doing really well, everything. It stays at a solid 60 FPS. Looks like there's no FPS droppage in my opinion. But I definitely do love this game. And that's where I'll come down to. Again, as I said, it's going to be a strong 7 for me. That's how I feel for it. Mass Effect 1 was always like that good game, but it had its issues. Even Halo 1, like back in the day, I would rate it at a 7. It's a good game. Actually, no, I take it back. I could give it an 8. It's a great game. And the only reason I give it an 8 is because it actually goes a little bit further into the lore. And that's what I love about games. I like when games tell me more stuff and lets me learn about the history of the game. And I feel like me having to go back to the journals, and not journals, but the codex to learn stuff is kind of boring. at some point you kind of get bored. There's so much lore written in there. It's just I wish we could get told it more. So that's really where I'll be at with it. Again, I give the game a solid 7. It's a good game. Don't see it as like I don't like the game. It's just I'm grading a remaster, and it's a good remaster, but it could have been greater, and it's just like because and some people might say, oh, Demon, you can't judge the graphics and stuff. Oh, it's you can't judge it off of that and the story and stuff. Again, it'd be a solid 8 at that point, but remember, when you remaster a game, when you're trying to upscale it to fit into becoming an amazing game, again, that's on you to make this game look perfect without the bugs. Not my job. And if you can't get rid of your bugs after remaking a freaking game, after this game is done, all you have to go through and is change the models. If modders can do it, why can't BioWare? This is your game. This is your baby. You should be able to do that. You should be able to go over limit. And that's where like Mass Effect 1 gets that 7 out. At least in my opinion. It's a good game. And I definitely am going to see how much better it gets into Mass Effect 2. I've been going on long enough. I feel like I extended this series well beyond what it was supposed to be. So with that, please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. We come back, everybody. Hopefully I can get into Mass Effect 2. I'll be totally honest. I have the rest of Kaiserreich I still have to edit, and I'm probably posting it here on Sunday. I'll probably post all the Kaiserreich episodes until it's finished, and then go to Mass Effect 1. And then I have to get ready for Endwalker. Endwalker comes out on the 3rd. I'm going to play the hell out of it. That is next Friday. I have that Friday off. I'm not doing anything. I'm waking up at like 7 a.m. Now, I tell you about, I'm going to wake up at like 6:30, get my coffee, get ready to sit down, and I'm going all in on Endwalker that day. Because I want to see how much I can get into. So as I said, guys, I'll see you next time. And as I said, please do those things, and we'll see where we're at from there. Either it's Mass Effect 2 or Endwalker, which will come next. So I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.